Hickock.
Hey! Wild Bill, wait for me!
And Andy Devine as his pal Jingle.
Have a look around back, kiddo. Well, son, just as far as I go.
You can't stop now, Pop. You said this morning we'd make the border.
I'm an old hand at running. Been running all my life. But I'm tired. I don't feel like running no more.
We've got a chance if we keep moving. This way we haven't.
Get down and stretch, son. You got a long ride ahead of you.
What do you mean? He's got a long ride ahead of him.
Penno, how's it look around back?
Buddy's been here for a long time. Looks good.
How do you figure it for a good old Texan standoff?
Standoffs are never good. But if we gotta have one, it looks good.
Drew, take Penno's horse over the spring and water him.
Never mind, kid. I'll water my own horse.
Son, do what I said.
We're gonna die that Daddy's little man can live. Is that right, Big Jack?
The boy'll get out. That I'm sure of. We'll try to get out.
On one horse? If I'm gonna have a standoff, I want to be my own general.
The boy's hands are clean. So far, he's never stole a thing, nor shot a man. And that's the way he's gonna stay.
Yell the horses outside of the town. He's in this as deep as we are.
He didn't know what we went into town for, and he never would have known if you hadn't got wall-eyed scared and plugged that clerk. That's what put Hickock on our tails and brought us to this.
You always had a way of reasoning on back, so that I somehow got fixed with the blame. Well, that's the last time!
Stay where you are. Told you to water that horse. Now get on back there and do it. And when he's had enough, get on him and ride on up the creek.
I'm staying. You need me now.
I'd sooner see you die right there in your tracks than be found here with me when Hickock shows up. Don't make me plug you, son. Don't do it. I got enough on my soul now.
Mom's gone, and now you... Pop, I looked for you for 2 years. And just when I find you...
Shut up! You're a good, clean boy. Now just turn around and walk on out of here and stay that way. I'm giving you 10 seconds, son. If you're not gone, I'll consider it my duty to shoot you. Wouldn't want to add that to the total of my crimes, would you? Sorry, old friend, but you ought to know by now how I feel about that boy.
me from up here. I'm going to sneak down there and have a look.
Well, here they come, old friend. Let's beat the drums of welcome.
Guesses now to find out where we are.
You got the floor.
And we've got the advantage. You can't stay in there forever, so you might as well run up the white flag.
I'm running up no white flag, Bill, but I am coming out. Look to your guns, boys. I got a ring in my nose, my hide's on inside out. Come on down, Bill. I never did see you up real close. Stand up, give me a fair beat, Southern style.
Trying to bait you so Pinto can wing you.
What's the matter, Bill? Trying to whistle up your nerve? I'm standing right out here in the open. Come on, knock me over.
Something funny about this. Ever I saw a man trying to commit suicide, this is it. I want you alive, Big Jack.
Never.
Where's Pinto? Send him out here where I can see him.
Pinto's dared inside the shack. You got him with a lucky hit.
Where's the third one?
Third one? There's only two of us.
We followed 3 horses from Emporia. Then found a lame one abandoned along the trail. Now, where's that third man, Jack?
Want any third man, Bill. We was leading a spare pony in case one of ours broke down. Now, come on out. This hanger fire's giving me the willies.
Holster those guns, Big Jack. You can't expect me to walk out in the open when you got the drop on me.
Shooting I ever seen in all my born days. How you ever earned a gun reputation, I'll never know.
Those remarks about poor shooting go double for you, Big Jack. That was a pretty clumsy attempt trying to get yourself killed.
Well, I'd rather go out like that than sitting around waiting for the circuit court to make up its mind to hang me.
Watch him, Jingles. I'm gonna have a look at Pinto. Jingles.
What about the one that got away?
Forget him for now. We got our hands full with these two. Come on in.
I want to get over to some water and get this hand clean.
Never mind. The hand's all right.
Get into the cabin.
Jingles, will you please try and make up your mind? I've got people waiting in the restaurant, too, you know.
Oh, now, don't rush me, Sally. I got it narrowed down to beef stew and pot roast. The question is, which one?
I know the answer to that question. You're going to have both of them.
Right. How about you, Big Jack?
Both sound good to me.
And don't bring that food back cold, or I'll open up my own restaurant and run you right out of business.
All right, Jingle.
Well, come in, son, and close the door. Don't let all the flies in, too. What's on your mind?
Could you tell me where I could find Marshal Hickock?
You know that's a funny thing, but nobody ever mistakes me for Wild Bill. He's down at the doctor's office. Ought to be back any minute. Sit down, I'll go fetch him.
Thank you, sir.
Well, now, there's a nice, polite young fella.
Yeah. You can tell he ain't from West Texas like me.
Oh, well, now, we don't judge all West Texans by you. Stay away from this old grizzly bear, son. He's liable to chaw off both your ears.
You got less sense than the bullpup in fly time. What'd you come here for?
To get you out. What else?
Well, you just turn around and get yourself out, you understand?
You gave me my chance up there in the mountains. The least I can do is return the favor.
The bullet went through muscle. Didn't even touch a bone.
Don't make sense, does it? You go to all that trouble to save a guy like Pinto just so the hangman can get him.
Leave him at the doctor's for about a week, then bring him back here.
You talk yet?
Like Big Jack, he doesn't say a word. I'm Marshal Hickock. You want to see me?
Yes, sir. Drew Kingsley's the name, from West Texas.
West Texas. Well, that's a good place to be from.
Better not let Sheriff Emmons hear you say that.
You know old Jake Emmons?
Well, if he's from West Texas, he's just about certain to. You know Emmons well?
Well, as a matter of fact, sir, that's why I'm here. Ever since I was a little kid, I always had it in mind to be a lawman. So as soon as I got to be 18, I offered my services to Uncle Jake.
Huh.
He was a good friend of the family, you know, and we always called him Uncle Jake.
What's that got to do with us?
Well, Uncle Jake wouldn't take me on. He said I had to go out into the world and pick myself up some experience. He said I couldn't do better than to look you up, sir, since you were the best all-around peacekeeper in the country.
How you like that old Jake Emmons passing the buck?
That's sort of a strange request. But if you'd like to stick around and ask questions, I'd find it highly complimentary.
Thank you, sir. Though, if you don't mind, I'd like to work right with you. Stand my turn at guard and, you know, do whatever you do.
You must be hard put to find men these days, Hickock. That boy ain't old enough to play marbles for keeps.
A 6-gun's an equalizer, mister. It makes all men 7 feet tall and stronger than Samson.
Yeah, sure. It also makes them old enough to die.
Somebody open the door, please.
Oh, here, let me help you.
Thank you. Oh, I saw you had company, so I brought enough for everybody.
Seems like a nice enough lad, and the way it looks from here, he's going to do all right.
Maybe you're right. But I'm going to wire Sheriff Emmons.
We'll return to Wild Bill Hickock in just 1 minute.
Remember when you used to come back and visit us when I was growing up? You were always so good to Mom and me. Brought us presents and money. She used to tell me you were mining or driving stagecoach. Everything but what you were. You were always going to send for us when you made good.
Yeah, but I never did I? You can see for yourself what a worthless failure I am. Go away. Let me rot like I deserve.
I remember you like you were all those years. I admired and loved you, Pop. You don't take off these things like a coat and vest. Hi, Sally.
Lunchtime, Drew.
Here, I'll take that.
you want my advice, miss, you'll hog-tie that young maverick before he wanders off onto some other range.
If you want my advice, mister, you'll mind your own business. He's the strangest bad man. He can be so nice and sweet, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know. I find it hard to believe myself.
Drew, is it true you don't intend staying here?
That's right. Well, what's there in this town for me?
If you can't see opportunities right before your very eyes, you're just stupid, that's all.
Suddenly bit her.
You listen to me, boy, and you listen good. You're gonna clear out of here. You're going away, and you're gonna stay away till the circuit court settles my hash. What you do after that's your own business. You're making friends here, and Hickock's a good man to have along.
You take him on in. I'm going down to the express office to see if a reply telegram's come in from Emmons yet.
Oh, no, you don't. Get inside. Wait a minute, and I'll take them bracelets off. Drew, here, catch. Keep him covered. Here's an object lesson for you, Drew. Never give a prisoner a chance to escape by grabbing your gun or your throat. Always keeping them at arm's reach unless you're covered by a brother lawman or a friend that you can trust completely. And don't relax till you got him locked up. Yeah. Well, any food left? No, just as I expected, not a morsel. You know, doggone it, I wish I was good looking like some folks I know around here so I wouldn't have to walk a half a block to get lunch.
Oh, Jingles, would you mind taking those dirty dishes with you? As long as you're going over to Sally's anyway.
Oh, sure, as long as I'm going over to Sally. That mouth here to feed a starved cat.
What's the kid doing here?
He came in thinking he had a duty to break me out. He sees now he was mistaken.
Oh, he does he? Well, now, I think his first idea was best. Maybe you don't mind to hang from the end of a rope, but I do. We're getting out of here tonight.
Since when are you telling me what to do?
I'm telling you because if you don't get us out of here, I'll testify as to who you are and why you're here.
The door's right behind you, Drew. Use it.
No matter how you look at it now, Pop, I'm bound to be branded as an outlaw. If I'm going to have to be on the dodge, I'd rather have you with me than be alone.
Now you're talking.
Talking like an idiot.
Tomorrow's Sunday. I've got the early morning watch. The stores will be closed and everybody will be at church. And that's when we leave.
Did you get your answer? Why you wired Sheriff Emmons in the first place is beyond me, except that you're suspicious, everybody. Why, the moment I laid eyes on Drew, I could tell he was just as honest as the... Never heard of Drew Kingsley. Young lad named Drew Fallon left 2 years back after the death of his mother. Common rumors hereabouts that he was son of Big Jack Fallon, wanted outlaw.
I think we found the mysterious third outlaw.
Why did he come back here?
Obviously to help his dad. Get him out of jail.
Well, he's been here over a week. He's had plenty of chances.
Beats me.
You gonna lock him up?
On what ground? It's no crime to be the son of an outlaw. There were only 2 men seen when the bank was held up and that clerk was killed.
Maybe he was waiting for Pinto.
What time's that boy go on guard?
Tomorrow, 9 to 1.
Tomorrow's Sunday. We can probably expect to see some action about that time.
Going to church?
Would you care to accompany me?
I wish I could, Sally. Especially today. I'm on duty.
Next Sunday, then.
I'd sure like to, but it's just that...
No excuses, please. I'll expect you here next Sunday. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late as it is.
Morning, Jingles.
Oh, it's you. It's a good thing I was getting so sleepy I could hardly keep my eyes open. Well, now I'll get some sleep.
Why, Jingles, you mean you're not going to church?
Church? By golly, it is Sunday. Well, Bill and I got a year-round reserved pew over there. I guess we might as well use it.
Don't fall asleep during the sermon.
Don't you worry. The Reverend Billings preaches both loud and clear.
Come on, kid, let's get started.
Let's at least give him time to get out of earshot.
Now, kid, now's the time.
Won't unlock it, boy. I ain't coming out.
Pay no attention to him, kid. Let's go.
You know you're wrong, son. You can't do wrong. It ain't in you.
Come on, kid, open the door.
I guess you're right, Pop. I've been fighting this all night. A little while ago, when I met Sally, I thought how nice...
Not his fault. A good boy. Believe me. Help him, Jingles. In the office.
You all right, son? You hurt, man?
I just got slugged on the head. Pop died the way he did to give me a chance. I'd kind of like to spend the rest of my days doing some good. Make up for all the wrong he did.
I want to believe you, Drew, and I'm going to give you that chance. You'll stay in town on probation for at least a year. And you'll continue as you've been doing, learning from Jingles and me.